What's up, everybody? What's up, Bill? Make sure to like this bitch, please.
What's up?
All right. We're giving Parker this stuff. Oh, fucking Pedro's awesome. We're giving Parker this stuff. It's literally like pills to put him to sleep, bro.
Like melatonin?
I don't know what's in it. I didn't check. Krista did.
That's not sketchy.
No, we bought it down the street from this guy.
From this meth head?
No, it's something for infants. It's in the same department as like the tummy medicine and stuff. But
It's probably melatonin.
More than likely, yes.
Yeah.
But on the bottle, it's like give them 3. You put it in the bottle, shake it up, it dissolves, right? And it says if this doesn't work, every 15 minutes, add another one. I was like you give him 12, he's just like sleeping for 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so what's up, everybody, man? Welcome to SHOPcast. This is episode 77. Movie that we picked this week is The House of the Devil. That was
mine.
Chris's pick.
Yep.
So, this movie, I'd seen it a couple times. I have it on Blu-ray, and I was pretty psyched to watch it because it's been a while since I've seen it. What I didn't realize is it was so damn old.
2009?
Yeah, I thought the movie was like 2018. No. I don't know why I thought that because I've only heard about it probably a couple years ago, so I assumed it was more recent. But yeah, so 2018. As a matter of fact, I love that I can do this now to show you what I'm talking about.
What's about to show us?
My penis. No, I'm just showing people like the cover of the movie. Let's see so. I guess I can show. Let's see. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff on here, so bear with me, guys. In a few weeks, it won't be such a big deal, but right now, I'm still learning how to do all of this stuff. Let's see. It's on. Maybe it didn't show up. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on, really? Fucking but yeah, I thought the movie was much. I don't know what the word is. I just thought it was more recent than it is. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had the same thought because when I was looking through, I mean, after watching the trailer for what's it called? Like
X,
just X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called
I was looking at the director and looking at his other movies. I saw.
Wait, is this the same director?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or Ty West, cool. Right? T.I. But yeah, I was looking at some of his other stuff just to see what else he had done. And I mean, it did a segment of the first VHS movie and a handful of other things, but this was like the top on Letterboxd. And when I looked at it, it was like, yeah, it said 2009. I was like, oh damn, like I thought he was kind of a little more fairly recent. He's been kind of around for a while, I guess.
Do you see what I was just trying to do? Trying to move it on this fucking thing because I'm an idiot. Yeah, anybody that's seen this movie, this is the one we're talking about. How do I get it to fill the screen? You know what? We need to do this when we're not on a live, I guess. But I don't know how to. I'm still figuring this shit out. I'm so bad at computer stuff. Like, I'm so fucking bad at it.
Yeah, Google Images is kind of clunky. You can hit right click. Right click the picture and hit just open a new tab.
Open a new tab.
Yeah. That's usually
open link or open image and new tab.
Should open image and new tab and then go to tab.
Still.
It's a small picture.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyhow, that's the movie we're talking about. And we watched it. It's like a throwback movie, man. It's I didn't remember it being so retro the first time I watched it. I think this is the third time that I've seen it. And I don't know. I really enjoy the movie. So, Chris, was there any particular reason you picked it out other than that? It was just because it was the director of that movie coming out called X?
Yeah, I was looking at his movies and this looked interesting.
Anybody familiar with that movie X?
Yeah, that looks really good.
Wait a minute. I'm acting like we're on a fucking live during the day and I got 25 people watching. My bad. Dude, it's gonna take me a while to like acclimate to all this.
But
you know what we could do? You want to show the trailer for House of the Devil?
If you want.
Cool. I do. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, this fucking thing.
Is that gonna flag?
Oh, probably. I don't really care at the moment because we're not monetized yet. When we get monetized, there will be a lot of things that I have to change, I would imagine. But, at that point, we'll have to decide what's worth it and what's not, Yeah. Let's see here. Let me find a good tab to do that on. Boom, 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 boom.
But yeah, the throwback thing was kind of partially what intrigued me.
Okay.
And I like evil possession movies.
Yes. So I just had somebody ask me about a list. He said, "Hey, can you give me a list of, or not? Can you give me a list necessarily, but are there any other movies at your store in the same vein of The Exorcist?" And I told him, and he said besides Midsummer and Hereditary, and I was like, okay, and I gave him a list of a few things, and I can't remember exactly what the list was, but it was, I can tell you. But this one is one that I should have told him, and I didn't. I should probably send him an updated list. There we go. I told him, oh yeah, oh, it's The Ascent. I forgot about that one. I told him Rosemary's Baby, The Omen, The Exorcist 3, and there was one more. What was the other one? Oh, The Possession of
Emily Rose.
And Poltergeist. Those are the ones that I told him to watch. And so I do feel like this movie sort of falls into that category. I think it falls into a couple of categories. I don't think it goes heavily into any of them. It has a couple of different themes or a couple of different tropes. But let's see if I can let me see if I can show this trailer real quick. You guys okay with that?
Sure.
Cool. All right. What's this?
I can tell you like it.
I love it. It's perfect. About the deposit,
I'll agree to waive all the deposit stuff. You just put this month's down, we'll call it a day, all right? It's hard coming up with all that money, isn't it? It's gonna work out.
you're not the one with $84 in her bank account and a check to write on Monday.
You know what you should do?
Hi, I'm calling in regards to the babysitter flyer posted outside my dorm.
Tonight's big eclipse is now well underway.
I feel a little weird just dropping you out here in the middle of wherever we are.
Guy's like 9'12".
Because I'm not completely honest.
We're from the desert, you know.
You see, we actually don't have a child.
They lied to you. I know. Okay, I know you're right. But it's $400. This equals first month's rent and then some, and all I have to do is sit inside and watch TV. This is huge. This one night changes everything for me.
Here we go.
This is a really good trailer.
Are you not the babysitter?
Talk to me, Lord. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, X-Files is awesome, Bill.
Yeah, he's like a small character actor, but I've seen him in tons of stuff.
And also wasn't the landlord she was trying to rent from in the beginning of the movie. She's like a horror chick.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't
Too,
even
isn't
catch
she?
that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nope,
how cool
remember-
is it that we're able to show the trailers now? That was awesome.
That was
Yeah.
cool. I was watching that. I was like, we should just watch movies like this and do it like Mystery Science 3000 style.
I would be down to try that. We might have to do it like with breaks every 30 minutes or something, or maybe even more often than that.
Yeah. Well,
But
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna
I'm down to at least try.
They would probably shut down the live if we just watched a full movie on it.
Yeah,
But-
you'd have to edit it. Heavily edit it, I'm sure.
We can figure out some way to make that fun. Oh my gosh, dude. My back is fucked right now, bro. Tomorrow's gonna suck. Anyhow, the trailer I think was made very well. It was a great trailer because when I watched the trailer the first time, watching it this time, it reminded me how stoked I was when I first saw it. I was like, oh, this looks cool, man. And yeah, the movie's, as a matter of fact, before we go any further at all, spoiler alert, man, this movie's 13 years old. We're going to talk about it. I got some things I want to talk about that happened in the movie that are going to spoil things. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know what's going on in it, stop watching right now. If you're live, I guess go ahead and bounce. If you're watching this in the future, I would stop watching it right now if you don't want to be spoiled on any details or anything like that. So I really enjoyed the aesthetics of this movie. Like, it was one of the best looking movies. If you told me that this movie was made in 1982, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything about it was right. They did it so well. Like the phones, dude, even her tennis shoes. I could not get over her shoes because they looked worn, and they were like, they had to have bought those used. Like, that had to be something they found somewhere and it fit the idea what they wanted it to look like. They probably had a whole bunch of stuff they wanted her to try out. You go thrifting to find stuff like that, and it's not too difficult if you have some money. But
yeah, I like their headphones.
dude, the headphones were great. The music in it was really good. So I figured it out. This is the movie that introduced me to Greg. Is it Greg Kinn? Greg Kinn band.
I don't know, who was he?
Do what?
Who was he in the movie?
It's not a guy. It's a song. It's the one that they had on. Dude, fuck it. Let's do that too. Check this out. Hey man, while I don't have to worry about it, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see. Dude,
Yeah,
first one. It's the first one on YouTube too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
No, I was gonna say I was looking it up because I was watching. I was like, man, it feels more like a late 70s than an 80s movie, honestly.
Well, I said 82s. I wasn't sure if it was old enough to be 70s. I thought I was thinking 70s as well, but I wasn't quite sure because it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
It feels like a 70s movie to me. But they shot it on 16 millimeter. That's why it's so like grainy looking.
Dude, it looks amazing. Okay. Oh, it's shown 16 millimeters. This is why I talk to you about movies, because I would never have thought to even look up that kind of information. Dude, check this out. So this song right here, I love this song. Like, this is one I actually have this on vinyl. And let's see here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the song's amazing, bro. Oh, shit. This song's amazing, bro. But let's see, we're having to do this. Let's go. Soundtrack.
It was the same old song with the melancholy sound.
Fucking love this song. Anyway. Shit. Anyhow.
Yeah, good song.
That song, so it's one of those songs that when I heard it, so there's two movies that played this song, and I couldn't figure out. Do you remember when we watched Let Me In? And I was like, oh man, it has a song that I've heard before, but I've only heard it one other place, and I couldn't figure out where it was. It was this movie. And I love little weird connections like that. But that song is so good. The weird thing is, though, is that I bought this guy's album, and if my stuff was organized at all, I could pull it out and tell you what the song titles were. But there's a bunch of songs on there where if you read the song titles out, you're like, oh, this is probably very much this, like pop rock type stuff. And then you get to this track, it's like the third track on the album, and it sounds like it does. No other song on the record sounds anything remotely like it. But if you listen to all their other tracks, they have a lot of things where you can tell. You can't convince me that the guys in Rancid don't listen to this guy's music, because it has so many like weird like drum fills and guitar licks and things that go in Rancid songs. Anyways, I'm getting completely off topic here, but that song is one of the things that makes me like this movie a lot because of stuff like that. There's a lot of good music in this movie, really. There's a lot.
There was really only two like not original, but like licensed songs. That and One Thing Leads to Another, and that what was in the middle of the movie. Like her little dance thing.
Was it only two, really? It sure felt like there was more good songs in there than that.
I think so. I think it might have been another one.
You're probably right.
The song at the beginning is the Cars.
Oh, okay.
So there's whatever music was in this, I think that they did a great job, and they were probably really careful with what they put in it because it was good. On the contrary, there was a lot of deafening silence in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot. Like that's one thing that I couldn't get over. Like as a matter of fact, Carissa watched it with me. I love my wife. I can't believe she sat through this whole movie, dude. Fucking look, dude. Spoiler alert, folks. But that part with the girl in the car and a dude smoking a cigarette.
Yes. I
thought she was done. I was like, I looked over at her, dude, for like probably about 4 or 5 solid minutes. She was like this. And I was just, I couldn't quit grinning, bro. I felt bad, but I was laughing, dude. I was like, 'cause I knew that shit was coming. And God, that movie's so good, dude. It was like, that part. I like that part because it puts the audience in a spot where we know something's going on and the character doesn't, and it makes it so much more tense because we're not going, well, maybe she gets out of this particular part. We're going, oh shit, I know what's happening right now. Run, bitch, run! And she just doesn't run. She can't hear you. You're on a TV screen. Huh?
Right. We know that something bad is going to happen already because we're watching a horror movie. But
right.
It's that like Hitchcock moment where he shows you the bomb underneath the table. Like, you know something's bad.
Yeah.
But they don't know it.
It comes out of nowhere and it's done really well.
Yeah.
He's just like, you're not the babysitter? And she's like, no. And he's just like, boom! And I mean, when the first time I saw it, bro, that was impact, dude. That was an impactful scene, man. Like big time.
And then he shows up later delivering the pizza.
Oh, I knew he was going to be the pizza guy.
Yeah.
But she played it awesome. She just grabbed it and ran back in the house.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Dude, look,
Threw
I don't
the money
sound
at
like a fucking college student, but how fucking gorgeous is that girl?
She's really pretty.
Man.
Yeah, I liked her. She was good in it too.
It was irritating, bro. She was too skinny for me, but her face was just something else, man. There's a rail. Those jeans, dude. I was like, wow, they're baggy on her. They're like a size 1. But yeah, she was gorgeous. But I really liked that this was mostly, for the most part, like I'd say like 2/3 of this movie was just her. So it was like if she didn't do a good job, then this movie would fall apart very quickly.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool that she was able to hold her own and carry this movie on her shoulders. And we never really talked about what it was about. We showed the trailer, but you know, basically, Chris, do you want to give us a quick synopsis of the movie since it was your pick?
I can. Yeah, she's like a broke college student. She's trying to rent an apartment or something, and she finds this like babysitter gig posted somewhere and calls the guy. He's kind of weird, but she ends up showing up to his place a little later in the movie, and again, it's just super weird. But he offers her a bunch of money to like babysit his mom.
Well, he puts up flyers for a babysitter job, and she gets there, and then he tells her. But like, that scene where he's telling her that, if you showed me just that scene and you were like, "Hey, what kind of movie is this?" I would have said probably like a high drama, because it was so convincing that he was being like legitimate and what's the word? Like he was like
sincere.
Yeah, sincere and like repentful for like he felt bad. I was like, dude, that shit was amazing, man. It did a really good job. But Carissa made a point. She goes, whenever the girl was like looking to get out of her room and get into another place, because so what happens is the girl's just trying to get out of her room at her dorm room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that's the catalyst for all this, is she's trying to get out of her dorm room. And Carissa goes, I don't know, it didn't work out so well for a girl in Last Night in Soho. Bro, it was dead on, man. I was like, that's what's up, baby. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. She has some pretty good gems whenever she comes up with stuff like that. It was great. But yeah, so she gets over there and meets these people. Her friend's super pissed because she says, when they get there, they agreed that, you know, it's really far out of town. She had to get dropped off and picked up. And her friend said, look, if they're weird, we're bouncing. And then she said, yeah, they got there. They lied about it. But I thought that her friend was being a little crazy because it's like, look, if I was in that girl's situation, knowing nothing about it other than the situation that you're presented with, I would have taken the money too. And,
yeah,
you know, because I mean, back then, $400 is probably like $2,500 right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little suspicious that he's willing to give her $400.
No, it's a little suspicious, but the way I thought about it was like, okay, you pull up to this property. It's a big ass fancy house. They got lots of money apparently. Like $400 to this guy's probably nothing, and he's telling you like his wife wants to get out of the house. He told you his mom's there. We have to take care of the mom. That's the reason they can't leave. The wife really wants to get out of the house. I mean, it was very convincing. Maybe I'm just dumb and gullible, probably even, but like,
yeah, it seemed weird, but not like
It seemed weird, but like not
dangerous or
correct. You know, if he had been like in his 40s and like a fit dude, it would have felt way more intimidating and maybe a little more serious. But since he's like this old feeble dude with a cane, you know, you're like, it's his mom. Like, what's she gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Little does she know. There was a bunch of scenes in this movie that were terrifying, though. Like, I don't get scared in movies, so I wasn't really actually scared. But there's a bunch of times I can feel Carissa like gripping the seat because the quiet, man, that was really effective. When they would just cut sound, it was just her walking around the house, like looking around for stuff. And I'm like, oh, even I was like, yo, don't do that. Like, don't go upstairs. Like, what are you doing? This ain't your house. But yeah. How'd you guys feel about the movie? You enjoyed it?
I liked it. I definitely won't say I disliked it, but I was pretty bored throughout
Fucking hell, dude.
I think if it wasn't like a 70s, 80s throwback, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it so much. I think that actually helped it just kind of be.
Well, it was made like a movie from back then, and movies back then were very much, the pacing was good, but there wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah, like when the scene you just talked about happened, when he shoots the friend in the car, I was like, okay, oh shit, like shit's about to happen. That's we're going now, and nothing happened.
Even though I first time seeing it, I didn't think that. I guess I look at stuff as like you get what you get, and I don't expect anything from getting this. I don't expect this out of it. I just go, oh well, that happened now. But part of it is I've already seen the movie, so I knew what was going to happen after that. So this viewing.
I wasn't expecting like a freaking bloody gory slasher movie or anything like that, or Evil Dead remake or any of the Evil Deads for that matter. I was expecting something, maybe almost a little bit like an A24 movie. I mean, it kind of almost could have fit in like early A24 catalog.
Oh, I definitely think it could have. Well, so my question is this: how do you feel about? Did you like Midsommar?
Yes, a lot.
What about Rosemary's Baby?
I haven't seen it. I don't think.
Seen that one?
If I did, it was a long time ago.
I can't understand how you would like those kinds of movies and then not like this one very much.
It was.
Should look at it from your vantage point. That's why I was.
It was only an hour and a half, and it felt.
I thought that was a very big positive to me, was that it was kind of a slow movie, but usually slow movies are really, really long. We'll talk about that in a minute too. And,
I mean, I don't mind slow burn movies. I mean,
sure.
I got Green Knight behind me. And I mean, that's pretty damn slow. I like.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Midsommar. I mean, that's fairly slow. And
Midsommar's fucking molasses slow, and I like it a lot, but it's slow, man.
Yeah. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
But
might be one you pick up and rewatch later.
I do want to rewatch it. Like, I liked it enough to want to watch it again, and just maybe knowing what's going to happen.
That's exactly what happens to me in a lot of our movies that I'm not familiar with.
I might kind of feel the tension a little bit. Like, I didn't really feel that much tension. Like, it wasn't scary to me at all.
Well, I don't get scared in movies, so I don't really know how to word what I'm trying to say, but I can tell when something's supposed to be scary, and that people that do get scared would be scared. And there's a lot of stuff in this movie that are very tense. Tension's a big one, man. If you can make something tense, dude, you're doing a good job. Like, tension to me is much better than being like outright scared, because tension makes you hold your breath.
Yeah, like that's
outright scared will make you panic and do dumb shit. Tension's really good, especially when you can make it come through a TV screen.
Yeah, and that's like I read a few things about the movie after watching it, and a lot of people really like it, and a lot of people don't like it. It's a very kind of polarizing movie, and the people that love it say, "Oh man, it's so tense, it's so creepy," and it's like I get it, but I just really didn't feel it that much. Like if it would have, but also I was a little let down by the ending as well. I thought the ending was a little just kind of uneventful. Like it was an hour and like 10 minutes into the movie. So the scene when she's like she was like upstairs, right? And she tries to turn the light on and the lights go out. Like that was finally the moment for me to like, okay, now finally something's happening. And I enjoyed the like most of the ending, but I ultimately was a little let down by it.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that as we dive deeper into like just movies, when we don't, it's not like because at this point in the show we're 77 episodes in, we've gotten overall like we all three really want to watch this one together. As we start to pick our own individual things, I'm finding that your tastes are way more left than I thought. Like the stuff that you like and dislike, I don't understand how you get to where you're at on your likes and dislikes. Not to say it in a rude way, because I'm not trying to be rude at all. I just don't. I almost have at this point no fucking clue what you're gonna like, except if it's like something that I know is a well-made science fiction. I'm pretty comfortable saying you'd probably like something in that genre. But like otherwise, at this point, I'm starting to really not know what you're gonna think. I really thought you were gonna like this a lot. I hope you liked it at least some, Josh. I really thought you would like it too.
I mean, I kind of thought I would like it, and I was interested in it for sure. I'm honestly surprised you like it so much, because this seems like one that you would be like excited to watch, and then you would watch it and went, "Oh, that kind of sucks."
No, man, I think that since I like the movies that I like so much, everybody forgets that I do like a lot of slow burn movies.
Yeah.
I don't like ones that are overrated. I don't like The Exorcist very much, but that one to me is one that didn't have the tension that I was expecting to have. Again, it's on the list to rewatch soon. I need to rewatch it. It's been a little while. I don't hate it like I used to, because I think I was just being fucking hard-headed. I just don't care about it. I'm indifferent. It's just like, whatever, man. It doesn't matter to me. If it's on, I'll watch it. If you guys wanted to throw it on, I'm not going to say no, but I don't look to go watch it. You know what? I would like to see it on the big screen. If I ever get a chance to do that, I would absolutely take that chance, because that would be fun. Josh, I want to know what you thought about this movie. You haven't really said much about it, so what you think about it?
I was letting Chris go through it first. I liked it.
Okay.
I do agree that there's a section in the middle that is a little too slow, but I also know that he is like making a 70s movie, and that's just the style. So once it was in it, and you kind of like it has a distinct rhythm, and I was like, okay, I kind of know how this is going to be, get a couple of shocks here and there, and it's going to be pretty slow until the end.
I think that had it been made with anything, because you said it was on 16 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Had it been made any other way, if it looked, even if it had everything else was the same, but it was like the tones and shit were brighter, it looked like it was a new movie trying to look like an old movie.
Yeah.
It might have even ruined it for me completely. But since it did look like a movie, like I told you, if you'd told me it was filmed 35 years ago, it wouldn't have been hard to convince me.
Yeah.
That being the case, I think really helps the whole movie come together, because if somebody's watching this movie, if they're not familiar with stuff like that, because I mean, a lot of times things go over my head. If I can recognize that this movie looks like it was made in the 70s and not just a 70s movie, then if you come into it and you know nothing about this stuff and you're watching it and you don't understand that, I can see how this movie would bore some people to tears.
Oh yeah, some younger people that only watch modern stuff. They haven't seen Rosemary's Baby. They haven't seen all that.
That kind of thing. If you haven't seen that kind of stuff, and Chris, I would absolutely love to hear your feedback on Rosemary's Baby, since you haven't seen it yet, because that's another movie that everybody fucking loves, and I'm super just kind of meh. Like, I mean, it's a good movie. It's well made, but it just isn't for me. And like The Exorcist, I've kind of come around on the fact that I kind of get it now. Like, it just isn't something that I'm going to love. But I think I can start appreciating it in a way that I didn't even know I could appreciate a movie 4 years ago, 3 years ago, even 5, 10 years ago. You know, as you get older, as my palate changes and morphs into something different, something I didn't like at all, something I actively disliked, I could end up really liking, or just being a little more neutral on it and, you know, respecting it for what it is. I would love to hear your feedback on Rosemary's Baby, because I think everybody loves that movie, and I don't really understand why. I do think it was well made.
Yeah, I'm surprised you like this, but not that, honestly, because
I've only seen that movie 1.5 times, so I'm speaking a little bit out of turn.
Yeah,
but
I liked this movie, and I thought the end was pretty creepy, and it worked for me. But I think Rosemary's Baby is a better movie, and it was creepier to me.
See, that's where I don't understand where you're getting that feeling from, but I think that just is a very individual thing. It doesn't matter if I don't understand it, because it's your opinion and you're very much entitled to that. And I don't see that's actually one of the best things about any of this stuff, is that you can say something like that. I 1000% disagree, but I don't care enough to like try to be an asshole about it. At least not now. Maybe a year and a half ago would have. But like, I'm very interested in like what goes into making somebody think a certain way about something. It does intrigue me. Like, I want to talk about it so I can understand it, because I don't understand it. It's like, fuck, dude, because nothing about Rosemary's Baby, to my recollection, was anything. I mean, I had to like make myself finish that movie. When I said 1.5 times, it's because the first time I tried to watch it, I didn't finish it. I had to like go back and watch the movie, and it was really long and really slow, and nothing that all the stuff people point to and go, oh, this was really cool, this was really creepy. I guess I just didn't get it, and so it probably is a good time for me to rewatch a bunch of these older movies, because a lot of the older classics that are of that subgenre, like when it comes to like 70s and 80s stuff, dude, I'm way the other direction. I want to see stuff more akin to Evil Dead than I do, you know, art house horror stuff.
I mean, like
elevated horror. The term just fucking irritates me.
I mean, but you described this exactly the way I feel about this. Is like, I recognize the things I like about it, and it has a lot of things that I do like in it, but just something about it just didn't connect with me enough to really make me go, yes, I really like this movie. It was just kind of, that was okay.
Yeah, maybe if you give it a rewatch, because a lot of movie watching and movie reviewing, when we do the stuff that we do, because we care about this stuff to a kind of an absurd degree. Like, this is what we think about, this is what we want to talk about, this is the things that we get excited to do. Well, a lot of times when you have no clue what's coming, like exactly like Midsummer for me. The first time I watched it, man, I only made it like 20 minutes in. I turned that shit off. I was like, this is awful. Because the intro of that movie, even now, I still don't think I like the intro very much, but the payoff at the end of that movie is so crazy that I do like it, and I want to rewatch it, and I want to watch it more than once, and I want to show it to some people. I want Chris to eventually watch it with me, because it's so insane to me. Like, that movie, and I get a lot of weird looks when I'm like, yeah, that movie, that's fucking scary. And they're like, how is that scary, but fill in the blank isn't? And I'm like, well, first off, slasher movies don't scare me. Jump scares don't really scare me. The Exorcist, the thought behind that movie is scarier than the execution, but I understand how that can scare somebody. But like, Midsummer is terrifying, man. You go somewhere for a fucking vacation, that shit could happen in real life. To me, I would imagine, anyways. Not saying that there wouldn't be any consequences to their actions, but that stuff could happen. That could absolutely happen to somebody. And
cult movies are creepy. Those are one of the
that's the word I was thinking of, is cult movies, dude.
Yeah.
They're terrifying, man. Yeah. And the fact that it was able to scare me during the daylight is what really made me appreciate it.
How do you feel about The Wicker Man?
Which one?
Not the Nick Cage one. I'm talking about the 70s cult movie.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I think I've seen that movie, but I'm not sure. It's on a list of things I need to like double check. I don't recall much about it, so I'm thinking that maybe I haven't even seen The Wicker Man.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, honestly. I don't feel like it's something that I would have been interested in before we met.
Yeah, so, I think it's only like 90 minutes, but it is very slow.
Yeah.
The end is great, but it is a super slow movie.
Let's see.
But if you watch that, you're like, oh, this is where Ari Aster stole everything from Midsummer.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah, that's what everybody says about it.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, I want to just have a moment of silence for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I forgot to say this at the beginning of the episode. Legitimately a band that changed my life. I'm super sad that they're calling it quits, but they've been around for almost 50 years. So, fucking more power to them, dude. Fucking Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, dude. Super fucking like legitimately almost had me in tears today. I was like, I just wasn't. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know that they were still like actively touring and shit, dude.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, dude, they just had an album come out like not too long ago.
Yeah, I got super into them, like I guess when everybody else did. When like Impression That I Get, that was the big single.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So I was one of the kids that when that came out, I was a little pissed.
Yeah, you're like, I see that.
Oddly enough, I have that record, dude. It's a really good album, but like I didn't want to like it because it was all polished. But but it's so good though. Like you
Such a
can't,
good song.
if you're a fan of that kind of music, you can't not like that. It's produced well, but it has got quality songs on it, man. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that, dude. I really, really love those guys and everything that they've done, man. They've got, I think, 11 albums, and I would say out of all 11, I've heard probably 9. There's probably 1 or 2 I haven't heard. The new one I haven't heard yet. There's got to be one somewhere around that I haven't heard. But, dude, classic, man. Classic after classic after classic, dude. They got dozens of just songs that'll forever be good to me. So,
yeah, that's the way I felt about Every Time I Die last week. It's just been a
bro,
band
that bummed me out too, man.
I've listened to them for so long. They're one of my favorite bands. I have not all of their albums because their first couple are really hard to come by. But like ever since like 05 or something like that, I have all their albums. And
do they have an album called Hot Damn?
They did.
That album is badass, dude.
It is. It's very expensive.
That's when I got into them when that album came out.
Yeah, I think I got into the album after that. Maybe I can't remember which one.
Yeah, that was a hot topic, man.
It was either it was either that or Gutter Phenomenon. I can't remember which one came.
Wait,
first.
what's the album called?
Gutter Phenomenon.
I like that one too. But the one, Hot Damn's their second album, isn't it? Or even third? It's
third,
definitely
maybe.
not their first.
I think third, at least.
Yeah, because I knew about their stuff before, but I didn't really get into them. And then that album came out, and it was really good. Yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to mention the Boss Tones, man. I'm if those guys get to go and chill and do something, there's another band called Avoid One Thing. It's the guitarist for the Boss Tones. If anybody likes the Boss Tones, go support that band. It is not ska, it is just rock and roll, but it's fucking good. Anyhow, yeah, there's a lot of movies that fall into the subcategory that I'm like a coin toss with all of them, dude. There's no way to pinpoint what I'm going to like and not like in this genre because honestly, it doesn't really make sense, the ones I like and don't like. It doesn't really make sense that I like Midsummer and don't like Exorcist. It doesn't make sense that I haven't seen Wicker Man at this point, really, even. Like, it doesn't make sense that I would like this movie and not like Hereditary or something like that. Like, none of this shit makes much sense, but, it kind of just is what it is. Since it's not a genre that I just, really, really love, I am super weird about the ones I like. I like a lot of the ones that you wouldn't expect me to, and then a lot of ones you would think I like, I probably don't. And no rhyme or reason behind it. It's just kind of, I think a lot of it's circumstantial. Like when you watch the movie, what was going on in your life? Were you happier then? Did you have a lot of going on? Were you excited to see the movie? Because like, dude, there could be a movie that you normally would really like it, but you saw it whenever your girlfriend that you had and you broke up and you went and watched the movie with your friends and you were like not in the right headspace. So you hate that movie because it represents a shitty time in your life. So I'll be honest, dude. I feel like that might be the case with The Exorcist for me because I really don't understand why I don't like it. I know why I don't like it, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think if I would have watched this movie in the theater, I would have liked it way more. If I would have just watched it on the projector here, I probably would have liked it.
Why do you not watch every fucking movie on the projector? I don't understand that.
I was watching a baby.
Okay.
All their stuff's downstairs. It's just easier to watch stuff on the TV downstairs.
Fuck that. I would cart that shit upstairs. Dude, maybe because I don't have the projector that I would want to watch it all the time. Grass is always greener,
Yeah.
But there's no way I would use that thing all the time.
I don't want her pulling at my records, and it's not baby proofed up here. I don't want her pulling at all my stuff.
Doesn't she have a pack and play?
Not up here though. It's downstairs.
Pack and play. Half of it means you can move it around. I'm gonna buy you another one, Chris, just so you can enjoy movies better. I'm your friend. So I'm going to go see Scream again on Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm doing a podcast on Wednesday, Scream spoiler talk, and I want to go like refresh myself because I'm telling you, I've seen it 3 times already, and there's still a bunch of shit I probably would forget if I didn't go watch it again. So, I'm actually kind of excited to go watch it again. So, I don't think I have seen any movie in the theater 4 times, but
That's a lot. That's a lot of
season
times.
pass, you know, I wouldn't be paying full price for each visit. I couldn't afford that, but season pass is awesome. So, I'm gonna go check it out again. There's a guy that came in. His name's, I swear to God, dude, his name's George Michael. But he's cool, dude. He came into the shop and he was peddling some like indie comics that he had written. I don't know if it was right before the shop closed too. Like not right before, but like pretty soon before. Anyways, he jumped in the horror hangout group on Facebook, and then I saw that he had a YouTube channel. So I was like, oh, cool. And I thought that it was a horror movie channel because the first 2 things I saw were horror related. And then I saw Jurassic Park. So I thought, oh, this might be a horror channel. Turns out it's just a movie channel. Josh, you'd probably really like this guy. I have no idea if you'd like him or not, Chris, but I think you would. But I reached out and just was like, man, I haven't done horror hangout, like the podcast, in a while. And so I've been waiting for Steven to get back with me, and he's just right now just too busy. And I was going to ask you guys, but I figured Josh was a little busy, and I know Chris has been really busy lately. And I thought, I'll just ask him if he wants to do the episode with me. And he was like, hell yeah. Turns out Scream is his favorite horror movie. So I was like, dude, let's go. So we decided on we're going to do Scream 5 spoiler talk.
Cool.
Probably Zoom it and then record it and then edit it so I can put some pictures up and stuff. But yeah,
cool.
It should be fun, man. We're doing that next Wednesday. Got a couple more band interviews coming. So lots of cool content coming. I'm pretty excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. So is there anything else y'all want to talk about with the movie, really? I mean, honestly, it was kind of it's an easy to talk about movie because there's not a lot that happens, and it's more of a, God, I hate this term, but it's more of a vibe than it is you know, an action flick. It's more of, is it going to make you have a problem sleeping at night? That's what I felt like. Is it going to scare you to where you don't sleep well? It's that kind of movie versus, oh man, that guy just chopped this dude's arm off and beat him with it. No, dude, it's an aura type of movie versus action flick. So yeah. I did enjoy it though. I really liked it quite a bit. Any other thoughts on it, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it too. I will say the end, I really liked until they went to the hospital, because I was not expecting her to shoot herself in the head like that.
Yeah, I think that was the part that turned, because I liked it up until that part as well. I think that was the part that I was kind of referring to when I said I didn't like it too much.
Yeah.
So I also didn't care for the very, 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 very end of it, but
it felt like the predictable choice, you know.
What?
It felt like the predictable choice.
Oh, yeah, kind of. I didn't really think about it like that, but yeah, it kind of did, huh?
Like, oh yeah, she's carrying the devil baby. You're like, okay.
Yeah, but I guess with that movie, you kind of have to go that way, because if you don't, you're like, well, what the fuck then?
Yeah,
well, I like those kind of endings, though.
I like the left turn of her, like, killing herself, though. I was like, oh shit, how did she survive that? The devil kept her alive, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
But
it was Chuck Norris's mustache, sir.
Yeah, that was the only thing. I was like, oh shit, I was not expecting that. And then I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I think while I do agree with you on that, I've learned, especially with horror movies, it's the opposite, man. It ain't about the destination at all. It's about the trip to get there. You don't really care about what it's like at the end, because the end of a movie, shit, dude, in movies in general, man, it is hard to stick a landing, dude. Like,
endings are important.
Well, they're difficult too, and so
they're
like
very
with
difficult.
horror movies, I don't really feel like the ending is anywhere close to as important as it is with like a drama or a mystery. But I do think when you have a really good ending in horror, that it is extremely impactful, and that can make a movie a classic when the rest of the movie was like mediocre. Shit, dude, look at Saint Maud. I'm probably going to buy that movie at some point because of the ending, because the rest of the movie is pretty kind of
like this.
See, I don't
Slow.
agree at all. I think this movie was way
I just
more
mean slow.
entertaining.
I just mean slow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Made different, but yeah, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I got a little defensive. Sorry.
No,
I don't really know why. I think it's just because I like both movies, but I don't feel like they're very much the same. But when you're talking about pacing and shit, they're very similar.
Yeah, they're very different movies, but
yeah, man, I gotta stop being so fucking immediately combative. I don't know how to do it. I've tried for 30 years to stop doing it. It's impossible. Anyways, yeah, like Saint Maud is a movie that, like, the ending, if it wasn't as good as it was, it would be like, all right, cool. The movie was pretty much just meh. But that movie to me is awesome because the ending is so insane. Like, the ending is fucking nuts. To me, I don't think you guys care about the ending very much at all. Did you?
Yeah, to me the ending
was
was just okay, kind of
Really?
predictable. Yeah.
It was a little predictable, but so in my opinion, predictable endings, there is no such thing as a not predictable ending, because you can sit there as a fucking fan of movies and go, okay, here's the only 5 outcomes that they're gonna that they have a choice to do, and almost every single time you're gonna get one of those outcomes, unless you're watching a movie that the entire movie is just nonsense, like Titan, when a movie was like, what in the shit is happening right now? Well, there's no way to predict the end of that movie because the whole movie's unpredictable. But when you get a movie that's got a formula with it, then it's kind of like you can predict anything. So whenever you said it was like predictable, that's why I kept going, huh? Because like in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, this could happen or this could happen. And then you go, oh, well, they're going to do this because you expect you to do this. And then you go, oh, but they think you're going to do this. So then you're going to go back that way. And it's like, okay, then everything's predictable to a certain degree. I'm not trying to be argumentative, more so than just play devil's advocate. That, yeah, kind of, But I am glad that both of you seem to like not hate it because, well, I don't want any of us to waste our time watching movies that just suck.
No, I really appreciated it. Just especially for the aesthetic it was going for. I
think that was the biggest thing that I enjoyed about it.
Yeah. Oh, I was like into it for like the first 30 minutes just based off of the way that it looked and the vibe it had. I was like, okay, this is cool. I like what they're going for here. And then, it just kept that like one beat too long. It was just like I need one more scene of something crazy happening,
Yeah, I would like it to be a little faster paced. I mean, it's definitely not a 10. I can tell you that. There's definitely things that can improve upon it. So, I'm not delusional. But I did enjoy it. It is strange though that I like movies like this I guess it just depends on when I watch them, man. I mean, I don't really understand it any more than anybody else does. There's no really rhyme or reason to what I like outside of the couple of genres that I really fuck with.
This is really low budget too. I mean, you can tell.
I love that shit, dude. I love me a good low budget flick.
Yeah, I looked it up right before we got on. It was like $900,000.
Dude, I legitimately thought you were gonna say $900.
Well, it's like
I was ready to go, fuck, that's crazy.
Just under $1 million. What I mean, if you're shooting on film, there's a certain amount of
dude.
No way you can take,
Well, there's a certain amount of money you're just gonna spend just on.
That's what I thought you were talking about, Josh. I thought there was just a certain amount of money you're gonna spend.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for something real quick. You know what? I'll just use this.
Yeah, I'll
just show you guys something before we get off of here in a minute.
The practical effects were really well done too.
Yeah.
Like the scenes of just people's like heads blown off and stuff like that. Like
I agree with that.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Want to see what I got today, guys?
When
maybe
stuck the thumb in the guy's eye too. Yeah. That was nasty.
Dude, that was amazing. You guys ever seen a fleshlight in person?
No.
What about a used one?
Maybe.
No, I have not. By the way, I just realized I didn't answer that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Josh is suspiciously quiet on this subject.
Yeah.
He's like,
I should probably answer that.
He's like, I'm using one right now. Well, do you guys have any desire at all to grade this movie?
I'm at a 7.
Okay.
I was gonna say 6.
Damn.
I feel like that's fair. Just
well, I go 8 on it, so I guess the average is at 7.
I was teetering 7.5, 7, but
yeah, I was thinking 8 to 8.5, but I just don't think it deserves an 8.5. But I do think it deserves an 8 for me. Mainly because the look of it, man. The way that she was dressed was like the things that I liked about it, I think are kind of weird actually. Now that I'm talking about it, I liked a lot of stuff that doesn't really matter much. I guess I really did enjoy the way this movie looked. Like I could watch a movie like this for 7 hours without much going on because I like the way it looks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I
mean, I would be proud of this movie, making something low budget and this cool looking, even though the story doesn't have the most going on, it's still like it's a good movie.
I mean,
Like,
do we know if this is his first movie? If this is like a first movie, I mean, it's a
No,
great first movie.
I don't think it's his
that makes a lot of difference,
first.
doesn't it, Chris?
I don't think it's his first one, but
Let's see what's
Dude, check this shit out, fellas. Hold on.
the fleshlight. Oh,
Dude, look
Is
at the
that the-
condition of this thing.
how many of those do you have?
Now, this one.
Okay, so you
I just
have
got it in the mail
multiples?
today. I'm almost positive. I'm like 99% sure that this is a bootleg
Okay,
and worth about $60. The guy tells me it's not. I don't believe him because I'm not a complete fucking idiot. And but I didn't pay a lot for it, and it looks cool. And I could put it in one of them nice plastic boxes and take it to the shop, and I could probably get $60, $70 for it, even if it's a bootleg because it's not open yet. But I looked at the logo down here, and there's a difference in the one that I sold to Hugh and then this one. And
Okay.
I'm also 99% sure that the one I sold Hugh, the logo is the right one. Like I did some research before I bought that for him. I wasn't trying to buy something for somebody that I wasn't pretty fucking confident was the real deal, even though he got it for a good price. I just wouldn't want to shit on somebody's wallet like that.
Yeah, that dude was super stoked about
Dude,
that.
he's texted me twice since then to say thank you, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm really, really happy that he's got it because, like, I don't care about it that much. This one's cool, even if it is a bootleg. I'll take this one, you know. But that's one of his that's like his jam. It'd be like if I got some cool Terrifier thing from somebody, I'd be saying thank you for a month and a half. I'm also oh, bro. Guess what Chris is getting me for my motherfucking birthday, dude? Oh shit, bro.
Fleshlight?
Yes, bro. Two of them. The one with the anal bead connector. Oh jeez.
I believe that's real.
Oh fuck, dude! If it is, I'm gonna slap you with it when you get over here, and I ain't washing it first.
Well,
anyways,
I'm gonna be busy for the next few months.
There's that 12-inch. Jesus Christ! It's an Art the Clown figure, but it's I can't remember who made it. But it's fucking expensive, dude.
Is it not a NECA?
No, it's way bigger than NECA. It's like 12 inches tall. It's a 1/6 scale.
I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's like $140, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
But they only made a few hundred of them. They only made a couple hundred the first time they made them, and they sold immediately. They were gone, and so they remade them. And she's gonna. Oh shit! I need to send her the link. But I told her I'd give her some money to put towards it because I don't want her just to pay for the whole thing. But I really, really want this like bad. I don't care about stuff like this very much. This is one that I want. It's a little more, you know, it's harder to find. It's
yeah.
That's cool, a sideshow figure.
Is it sideshow?
Yeah.
No shit. I didn't realize it was sideshow.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
No, Trick or Treat Studios. Yeah. It's not sideshow.
Well, but sideshow is the one who makes the figure. I mean, Trick or Treat Studios is the studio that owns the rights to it, right?
Oh man, I must. No, I guess I get
So
maybe.
like
I didn't know that. If that's the case, I wasn't aware.
I mean, Sideshow is a big toy company.
I know what Sideshow is. I just didn't realize that this. I didn't realize that Trick or Treat Studios had anything to do with Sideshow.
Or it's a collab or something.
Oh, I mean, it could be.
Because it's on both. Yeah, it's on both of their websites.
Oh, cool.
Anyway. Cool.
Oh well, no, dude, I'm not saying no. I'm not trying to argue. I just didn't know. That's cool. No, Sideshow makes great shit. So if it's
Yeah.
Sideshow, I'm definitely not complaining.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, I don't have much stuff like that, and that's going to be probably one of the 4 to 5 I ever own in my life of toys of that kind of, price range, and I wouldn't care about most of them. That one and Ghostface of that kind of price I would be interested in. Otherwise, I'm not like. There's a couple other properties that I really, really like Evil Dead and Texas Chainsaw. I just don't want to get into them because I got a couple that I really fuck with, Scream and Terrifier, and I just don't want to have 5 IPs that I'm constantly trying to buy merchandise for and this and that. Here and there, small things, a poster or something, a T-shirt. Okay, cool. I don't want to have a shelf with. I'm one of those guys that if my shelf has got Terrifier shit on it, I don't want to have some random Texas Chainsaw guy on it. I'm good, dude. That would drive me absolutely fucking nuts.
Like my shelves probably.
Oh no, but yours don't have a specific theme other than action figures. This thing here, maybe some pops, but it's not it's it'd be different if you had all Spider-Man shit and then randomly you had some Green Lantern thing stuck in the corner. I'd be like, what the fuck is that?
I do have this. I just got this
Chris with the flashlight. No? Oh, that's
nice. Swamp Thing. Yeah, that's pretty damn big.
That thing looks gigantic, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Who makes that one?
It's the McFarlane DC line.
Man, McFarlane stuff still makes good stuff, dude.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really badass. But he's next to Goku currently.
Now that does bug me a little bit, Chris. You need to move that. I thought about buying that thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
If you didn't, Josh.
Yeah, I don't really buy figures.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why she was a little surprised when I told her I wanted this one. But if I keep my collection up, I want to be able to make a whole video on my Art the Clown stuff, and I'm gonna do a unboxing of that, and then I'm gonna do another video my whole Terrifier collection. I got a pretty cool collection of Terrifier shit.
Yeah, you do.
I got a couple of things that are I have a couple that are one of a kind. I have that custom Blu-ray case that was made specifically for me. I mean, I guess the guy could have made another one for somebody else at some point, but at the time he hadn't made any of them except the one he made for me. But yeah, so did y'all get to watch anything else this week?
I've been going through the Lone Wolf and Cub series.
Nice.
I'm on had to pause the 5th movie to record this. There's 6 of them total, so I've gone through almost all of them.
That's dope.
Yeah, they're fun. I think you would like those, Randy. They're
oh no,
super,
I do.
Yeah, they're super fun, and arms getting cut off and blood spraying out.
Spraying.
Yeah. They're a really good mix of kind of arty samurai movies, but also a little bit of exploitation, just over the top stuff.
Yeah.
They're fun.
I watched episode 1 of season 6 of Billions. That's one of my favorite shows of all time, and it's still I still enjoy it. I do think it's kind of gotten a little bit, I guess stale would be the word, but I still like it so much that I don't really care. But I can see how some people might complain, but I still enjoy it. And then I watched a bunch of crap I watched. I'm not going to even go into all of it because I watch too much shit every week. I'm watching Spiders, and I'm watching the what's that other one that was on Tubi? It's got Tony Todd in it. We were just talking about watching it earlier on the live stream. Hellblazers. I'm going to watch that tonight. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
that's pretty fun.
My pick for this week, and if either of y'all have objections to this, just let me know.
Josh,
I want to rewatch Hereditary.
Oh, okay.
Hereditary?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because me and Chris did not agree on that one at the theater the other day. And I just want to rewatch it. I feel like I owe that one another viewing. So, because up to this point, I've very much had that one as like a 5 out of 10. So
that's insane, but cool.
That was my when he started trash talking it after we watched Scream. I was like, wait, you don't like Hereditary?
And so that's why I want to rewatch it, because I'm thinking that Let me look it up. Give me 1 second. Let me look up something about it real fast. Because I'm fully okay with the fact that if I like it, then I like it. But I definitely didn't like it when I first watched it. And I've seen it 2 or 3 different times. I think twice.
Yeah, I've watched it probably like 3 times.
Yeah, I think I've watched it maybe 3, but I think twice because I've got it on Blu-ray and it's open, so I know I've watched it at least once at home. This generation is The Exorcist. Well, that doesn't bode too well.
Doesn't really convince you, does it?
No. But I wanted to look up.
Definitely some culty shit in that movie.
Yeah, I think when I watched it, 2018, so it's like 3.5 years ago. Because I watched it pretty soon after it came out. I don't think I've seen it in the theaters though.
I
I
didn't.
didn't see it in theaters either.
I was told part of why I didn't like it was I think when it came out, I was going through a bunch of stuff like just financially, and I was really stressed out. The shop was like, it was going, but we had a lot of. I was just really like financially in a bad spot. I just don't. I don't know. I was told a lot of stuff about it, and I don't like the. I like the cast, but I don't like the acting in it really. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's the characters that I don't like, but maybe I'm not supposed to like them. I don't fucking know, but like
it's got amazing acting in it.
This could be a tough episode next week.
No. I'm fully expecting to like it more than I remember liking it. That's why I picked it because I thought, all right, I'm gonna give myself some homework, dude. Like, let me sit down.
I thought Toni Collette should have won an Oscar for that
like,
movie.
She's fantastic in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why I want to rewatch it because I haven't seen it since, dude. I probably watched it twice in pretty quick succession. I don't recall seeing this movie in at least a couple of years, dude. Like I haven't watched it in at least a couple of years. So whatever was going on when I watched it the first couple of times, I'm expecting to like it more now. I really am. I think my palate has changed a lot. I think I've grown as a movie fan a lot. And I think, I'm in a different place mentally. Like I'm so much just less stressed out. I'm way happier all the time than I used to be. Like that could change a lot. So I'm thinking it probably will, mainly because 2 of my best friends in the whole fucking world love this movie. So I'm thinking like, look at The Witch. How many times I have to watch that movie before I was like, all right, I like it, but it's not, I don't agree with you about the quality of the movie, but that doesn't matter. I like it way, 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 way more now than I did the first couple of times I watched it. It took me a while to get that one in my head. And with songs, I generally don't like to do that. But with movies, for whatever reason, I'll go back and watch one that I didn't like. I don't really know why I do that, but with songs, I don't. If I don't like a song, I generally don't want to hear it again. But Bill, what the fuck? Why don't you just text me, fool? What are you doing? Like, if you need to talk to me, just text me or call me. Quit being weird, you weirdo. He's all, fuck you, Randall. I'm going to get a fuck you, Randall text any second now. But yeah, so let's do Hereditary. And look, man, no matter what I feel about that movie, I'm not going to get on here and trash the movie because I did plenty of that at the theater.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of parts in it that I really do like, but I just.
Well, yeah, I mean, we definitely talked about the head smash on a pole scene. Oh,
dude, that shit. How could you not like that? That caught me so off guard. Like, look, dude, that movie, there's definitely not, definitely not a 0 because that part by itself earns it some points because I couldn't fucking believe that happened, dude.
Oh yeah,
Is that what it is? Is the whole fucking cast of that movie? Not cast. Are all the characters just really unfucking likable? And is that what I don't like about it?
Maybe.
Because if you haven't noticed, whenever there's a character in a movie that's just like a real piece of shit, I tend to not like the movie much. Like I just,
I mean, the movie is pretty depressing. It's a lot about grief. So a lot of people going through shit, and they're not really like fun and nice.
Yeah.
But I think they're relatable.
Yeah.
But we'll save it for next week.
For sure. Sorry.
Hell yeah. I have the fork.
Send me dick pics and shit. That'd be so fucked up. I'd be like, what? Why? Anyways, man, look, let's get out of here, man. Anybody else is still watching? It's late. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. We'll try to get on here a little earlier in the next couple of weeks. Now that we're getting this StreamYard thing going, this is pretty cool. It's a good change. I think it's a positive thing for the channel. So, if you're interested in Discord, good God, I said that all fucking wrong. If you're interested in Patreon, we're adding a new, what would you call it? A new perk. I'm going to have an exclusive Discord spot for Patreon members, and then everybody that's on Patreon gets at least one movie review request every month. I will never say no to it unless it had to be something pretty fucking nuts for me to say no. And then if you're interested in the music side, you get two music requests per month as well. Also, I pretty much just, if anybody's a Patreon member, man, you got a video idea, I'll pretty much take it because, I don't know, you guys keep this channel going. So, if you're interested in that, you can go check it out. There's a link in the description. Otherwise, you coming by and hanging out is the most important thing. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Peace. I said peace, and now we're not peacing. What the